Meghan Markle has accused her father of something so serious it could knock you off your feet. But Lady Colin isn't keeping quiet. She has stepped forward, exposing what really happened behind the scenes. Before we get into what transpired, let us understand who Lady Colin is. Lady Colin is a British socialite, author, and commentator who is well-versed in the British royal family and has written books concerning the royal family. While writing her book, Meghan and Harry, The Real Story, Lady Colin was doing research in January 2020. This was just after Thomas Markle gave a TV interview. Around that time, she received a phone call from a source close to Meghan and Harry.
When I was writing Meghan and Harry, The Real Story, it would have been January 2020. Thomas Markle appeared on, I think it was ITV. And right afterwards, I got a phone call from a very good friend of mine who is very closely connected to Meghan and Harry. And I can't say more than that because we're speaking about household name.
The source, whose name she did not mention, was reportedly embarrassed about the information they were about to share. The source was ashamed of it, but eventually summoned the courage to let the cat out of the bag. According to Lady Colin, the source revealed that Harry allegedly said Meghan told him her father interfered with her when she was younger, meaning he abused her.
The person was so embarrassed that they couldn't actually get it out at first. So I said, well, I'm sorry, I can't elicit information from you. You need to cough it up cleanly. And finally, they spluttered out that Harry had said that, according to Meghan, her father interfered with her, which I gather is a British way of saying something that in America they say slightly differently.
At that point, Lady Colin was careful and did not want any trouble. Although the information would have been significant for her book, it was considered secondhand information since there was no direct statement from Meghan herself. Because of that, Lady Colin chose not to pursue the claim any further and left it out of her work.
I had the challenge of including it in the book in such a way that they wouldn't be able to try to muzzle me.
Thomas Markle has gone through a series of medical challenges, from a stroke to his current predicament of leg amputation. Meghan has not gone to see him even once. Instead, she has made claims of being broke and unable to see her own father.
Meghan Markle's estranged father had his leg amputated last week. He's in an ICU in the Philippines.
People believe Meghan appears to be doing all of this to show the world that her father is no longer part of her life. She found what many see as flimsy excuses, such as the paparazzi photo shoot and the exposure of the letter she wrote to him, and decided she would no longer speak to her father.
And Meghan sort of divorced her own dad 7 years ago because he did some silly pictures for the press.
This gradual distancing caused a lot of damage, as she intentionally erased him from her life permanently. Even at a time when her father needed her the most, she was nowhere to be found. This act appears to have been intentional and strategic. She waited for a moment when mistakes would happen between her and her father, and the paparazzi shoot and letter disclosure became the perfect opportunity for her to cut him off completely.
And the truth is, she, according to Thomas Markle, he told me that he believes that she set up that whole Jeff Rayner,
the photographer, the paparazzi photographer, yeah.
That she set it up with him so that she would have an excuse to prevent her father from coming to the wedding.
In spite of everything Thomas Markle did for her, Meghan appears to have forgotten it all. Reports suggest that her wedding to movie director Trevor Engelson was allegedly sponsored by Thomas Markle at a time when he still had some money. People believe he may have sold or cashed out stocks, and all the profit he got was used to sponsor his daughter's wedding so she could be happy. That money helped fund Meghan's multi-day wedding in Jamaica to Trevor Engelson. It was an expensive event, and as we know, whatever Meghan wants, she gets. Much of that came from her father.
Makeup. Meghan's first wedding to a TV producer named Trevor Engelson took place at a beachfront resort 7 years ago. Meghan's first trip down the aisle was a 4-day destination affair.
After this claim of being tampered with by her father, some people believe Meghan may eventually claim that her father introduced her to being a yacht girl. The narrative would suggest that Thomas introduced her to wealthy celebrity circles, exposing her to an environment that allegedly led her into yachting. From there, she may claim she was emotionally abused and manipulated because she was placed in what she would describe as a harmful environment. Meghan was close to her father when everything seemed beneficial. He had celebrity connections, a Hollywood background, and industry ties. When Meghan saw this, it was believed she allegedly devised a plan to stay close to her father so she could benefit from those ties. Thomas fell for it. He became supportive and pushed her forward, helping her reach greater heights.
That a few months before she met Harry, she was busy singing Thomas Markle Sr.'s praises and had systematically sung them for the 36 years of her life.
Later, Meghan turned around and portrayed all of this negatively, telling the world she did everything herself and received no support, when in reality, her father was the one who helped lift her to the position she now finds herself in.
Oh, he has been extremely loyal to her, even in this falling out period.
Yeah.
Thomas has overlooked all of this from Meghan and even begged her to reconcile so they could become the one big family he has always wanted. But Meghan remains adamant. It has gone as far as estranging her children from their grandfather. Currently, Thomas does not know his grandchildren.
Thomas Markle is begging his daughter Meghan for reconciliation, saying he wants to meet his grandchildren before he dies.
Meghan Markle has played every card there is to play. She has played the race card by accusing the royal family of racism toward Archie. She constantly plays the victim card, even the mental health card, when she claims nobody cared about her mental health. She has also played the outsider card. Now, it appears she has exhausted all available options and is searching for new cards to play. What card do you think this is? This may be the ultimate combination, blending victimhood, trauma, exploitation, and blame, all directed at her father.
It presented itself as a victim of racism, of the media, of a heartless royal family, of sexism, of the bad father, of supposed fire in her son's nursery, now a victim of mother's guilt. What's going on?
Given the condition he currently finds himself in, this comes across as especially disturbing. According to Lady Colin, this may be another ploy by Meghan to gain the spotlight. She explained that although the accusation may be floating indirectly through different intermediaries and implications rather than direct claims, she believes this is a deliberate strategy being used by Meghan. The strategy is to let others say it while Meghan stays in another corner, maintaining denial, allowing the story to spread without her direct involvement.
Don't know if she'll ever float it. I mean, I know everybody supposes she's going to try to float it when he's dead. And she might well try to float it in some version while he's dead. But she's sort of been quite careful about not floating it, but somehow letting everybody know it's there. Because Meghan is very sneaky and she has ways and means of getting her point across so that you have said it as opposed to she having said it.
Yes.
Once it goes viral, she can then separate herself from it, claiming she never made such an accusation, because rumors spread without accountability. Lady Colin believes she knows how this will play out. Since Thomas Markle already knows about the rumor, she advised him to create a legal video deposition denying any accusation on record so he can protect himself and his reputation after death.
Where you do a taping, like a videotape, but it's done in a legal situation. And he needs to do this while he's healthy enough. And he needs to have it so that when he's dead, she can't, because they thought she was going to definitely come up with this.
Thomas is aware of this allegation, as are Meghan's half-siblings. Their reactions show they are shocked and in disbelief, especially given Meghan's refusal to reconcile even after they pleaded with her. They are wondering if this allegation is the reason she has cut them off for all these years. Her father's illness could have been the turning point that brought them back together as one big family, but with Meghan, that did not happen. The damage this alleged lie may cause could be irreversible. The reputations it may destroy cannot be rebuilt without accountability. Once such an allegation enters the public consciousness, it may never fully disappear. Although this accusation from Meghan has not been proven, with Meghan, everything appears to revolve around gaining the spotlight. This time, however, it seems she may be getting the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section if you think Meghan Markle is once again trying to gain attention, or if she is trying to justify her decision to estrange herself from her father. Do not forget to like and share. See you in the next video.